Hi guys, welcome back to another part of Photoshop tutorial. In today's episode, we are going to learn about another important tool available in Photoshop called the lasso tool. The lasso tool is the useful components for make some freehand selection in an image. So if you want to make a freehand selection on an image, then lasso tool is the best option. So in toolbar, this is lasso tool. You can use the shortcut key L for accessing this lasso tool, and you can change. Of course, there are three options are available on lasso tool. First one is a normal option, second one is a polygonal, and final one is a magnetic lasso tool. So the basic function of lasso tool is to make some freehand selection on your image, or if you need some sharp selection on the image, then the lasso tool is the better option. So here I just choose the normal lasso tool, and here I just create a freehand selection. You can see I made a freehand selection here, and after that two endpoints of the selection are coincide, that the selection is made at. Okay, now you can easily move the selection lasso to selection anywhere on the image. Use the move tool, and if you want to add another selection into the selection, then just hold the shift key on keyboard and made a new selection. Now you can see the second selection, that means the current selection is actually added into the previous selection. So by holding shift key on keyboard, you can made any number of selection and add that selection into the previous selection. So, and if you want, if I just made a selection here, and if you want to subtract some portion of this selection, so simply just hold the alt key on your keyboard. Now you can see that a minus sign is also associated with the mouse cursor, and I just make a selection here. Now you can see that that selection is actually subtracted from the previous selection. I made a selection here. If I want to make another selection and I only need that intersection of the two selection, then you can hold the control and shift key on your keyboard. Now you can see that an into symbol is now associated with the cursor, and now here I am going to make another selection. Now you can see only the intersections of the two selection is only remaining there. You can easily done this option from this menu bar. Here this is the new selection. By using that option you can choose any new selection, and here is the add it to selection option. I just use that option. Now you can see that without holding the shift key on your keyboard, you can now make any number of selection and add those selection into the previous selection. So here I made a new selection and automatically it is added into the previous selection. Now I made another. So that is the use of this option, add it to selection on the menu bar. Now here is the subtract from selection option. I choose it. Now without holding the alt key on keyboard, a negative symbol is already associated with the cursor. Now you can make any selection and that selection is actually subtracted from the previous selection. Okay, now here is the multiple selection. That means it is the intersect selection. I just choose that option. Now you can make a new selection and only the intersection between the two selection is only remaining there. Okay, now here is the polygonal lasso tool. By using the polygonal lasso tool, you can make a selection in the form of a polygon. Okay, this is the use of polygonal lasso tool. If you want to select an image that does not have curved surface, that means a plain image that does not contain any curved surface, then polygonal lasso tool is the better option for the selection purpose. Okay, now here is the another lasso tool. Now the last lasso tool is the magnetic lasso tool. So you can use the magnetic lasso tool for sharp selection. Suppose if you want to select some curved area on an image, then the magnetic lasso tool is the better option. Suppose here I just going to select this image using lasso tool. You can see that you can easily select the curved surface using this magnetic lasso tool. That is the use of the magnetic lasso tool. Okay, now here I made the selection. This is the use of lasso tool. Guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next part of this tutorial.